So my kids and I are on like the family share thing on the phone. So
Okay.
anytime they want an app, I have to approve or decline it. Like I get to see what app they're trying to download instead of me getting onto their thing, punching in my password, the whole thing, right? So for the last 2 days, she's been sending me this one app that's $20 a month. And it's like she thinks I can't read it. So there's one time I asked her, I said, "Do you just send these to me hoping that I don't see that how much they cost?" She goes, "Yeah." So
Smart.
she sent me 3 different apps this morning that all cost money. One is $20 per month. So they need to move to their dad's membership, their dad's family share.
Oh man, I was trying to think of shared expenses the other day, and I mean, I
Good morning,
guess
Lana.
outside of
Yeah,
the
because
regular ones,
I want to get Layla a phone. Like I think she's
right?
ready for a phone, but
Sean
and
has one.
we'll have to share that expense. We share all their expenses. She got new glasses. All of a sudden, Layla likes brand names. Like
Okay.
she's so much like her mom. Sometimes I swear. So she got Michael Kors glasses the other day. I think that's what Joe said,
That's
or
cool.
sandals. Anyways, so we had to split that cost. They were like $800 glasses, but good thing with his insurance, they weren't that much.
I'm waiting for those. I'm waiting for that. Like, we need to split this cost. Not in a bad way. Just like I don't really have anything to like give to split at the moment, and so it's going to be one of those like, what do we do on this one? You
It's
know, like
always okay. No matter how well Joe and I get along, money is always and always will be a very hard conversation.
it sounds like it.
It is. It is. Um, he was very good about like it took a while, but he was good about paying half. So if I have it, I'll tell him. But if I don't have it, I'll tell him. But that's also. But like as
Right.
soon as he told me how much the glasses cost, I didn't even make him ask. I just Venmoed it because money is always a hard conversation. Always, it
Right.
always will be.
Right. Right. No, I get it.
Mhm.
And then also because your daughter's like getting into name brand stuff now, and that's just part of the personality developing, right? Like my son has a phone, and we felt that he was ready for it. But then sometimes you look at him and he says things, you're like, dude, you know that phone can be mine, like that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
like
that's also
technically that phone is mine, and consider it a gift, and you're welcome for right now.
and there's another future thing that you'll have to worry about is it that what goes on their phone and iPads will also be an argument or discussion. Like I was okay with TikTok and he was not okay. I was okay with it because the way Layla was editing her videos, I didn't want to smother it. But we also I understand that he doesn't want a bunch of strangers following our 11-year-old daughter,
Right.
right?
Right.
So so that's also like we've had some back and forth with their parental blocks on their. I'm a little bit more lenient.
This is what is different about raising children now versus when you and I were being raised. Because when you and I were being raised, parents argued over money, and then it was literally a matter of, am I going to let my child hang out at that person's house overnight, or am I going to let my child see a rated R movie? And now it's, am I going to let my child get this app? Am I going to let my child be in this chat room? Am I going to let my child watch this video on this streaming app? Or it's the same, but it's different. It's the same mentality, but it's different challenges and different hills that you have to climb.
Yeah, my kids will watch scary movies with him, but I don't like it, but I just don't like scary movies. So if they're okay, they're okay. Like that's one thing that I didn't really like, but what am I going to do? He's a good dad otherwise. I'm not going to fight
Right.
with him over a stupid movie.
And then I mean, to that, the science behind parenting has changed too dramatically over the last few years, where
Mhm.
before, like for me growing up, because I had a dad that was born in the 30s, and so it was a lot of, and a mom. There was an age gap, but I think they had similar backgrounds. My mom was born in the 50s, but she also grew up on a farm, right? Like at a Christmas the other day, or at a Christmas one year, my uncle looked at my mom, and she's like, and they were looking around at this kind of like pretentious home that they were in, and they were like, growing up, we cut the heads off of chickens and made our own dinner. Um,
Yeah. Right?
so so it feels like the mentality for parenting when we were growing up was you rub your hands in your dirt, you get over it, and you move on. And then as we've progressed, like talking about how you're feeling and letting things out and being okay with saying I'm not uncomfortable with something has sort of taken a front seat. and the whole, just get over it and toughen up is taking a backseat. And I think that also presents some challenging or some new ways of parenting too, because before my dad or mom could be like, toughen up, let's move on. And now we sit down and we'd be like, okay, let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Okay. I thought you meant like I've taught my daughter that and my kids that uncomfortable trumps polite. Like I always want you to be polite, and I thought that's what you were talking about. But if somebody's making you uncomfortable, you no longer have to be polite. Like,
and we never had that conversation as kids.
And no, because we were raised that you're just polite or you ignore it. Or if they're saying these things, you take the higher road. And I've taught my kids, no way. Like when we went out to the pool at the hotel the other day, this guy said something to us and my girl looked right at him and said, "You're making us uncomfortable." Good. Tell him again. Louder for those in the back.
Yes.
And we don't have to just ignore you. And those are conversations that we didn't have as kids.
But but you know what these are? And I love them. These are millennials and zennials and zoomers, right? These are people who have come up and have seen their grandparents and their parents go through really uncomfortable situations and just kind of turn a blind eye and ask themselves, why would you do that? We don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's a whole generation of people that understand it now.
The ones that are like, sure, grandma and grandpa stayed together 48 years, but she did whatever he said, stayed in the house, didn't have any friends. Like it
Separate
wasn't a
rooms,
good, it wasn't a cool marriage, right?
Right.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Exactly. Like in my marriage, we did that for 3 months before it was like, let's just live elsewhere. Like
right.
People are more comfortable saying that they're uncomfortable now more than ever. And that's a pretty awesome thing.
Yeah. Like Simone Biles. So she's decided to take a back seat in the Olympics. She messed up a little bit on vault. She said she just wasn't mentally in it. She didn't feel it was fair to the other ladies and they're strong enough to take care of themselves. And at this time, she cannot hurt herself anymore mentally or physically for the sport. So she took a step back.
Okay. I don't know who owns a gymnastics gym. But those little floors that they're jumping on, I think have little springs underneath. And I'm pretty sure that anybody can do what Simone is doing. So if she wants to go ahead and take herself out, that's fine. But all she's doing is some jumping jacks with a couple flips in it.
You should go do that. Let's see how quickly I bet you can't even do a back bend. I can't do a back bend.
I mean, not without stretching first.
You would hurt yourself so bad.
If I tried to do the triple Lutz back bend, yeah.
Yeah. But I do have to let you know how I was kind of sexist about it.
Okay.
When those football players don't want to do any media after the game, how pissed I get.
Yeah.
But now there's like Simone and some of these other, like the golf player, the tennis player, they didn't want to do media. I'm like, I understand their mental illness. But the football players, I'm like, do it. Part of your job.
Here's where I'm going to say that you're okay in thinking this way.
Okay.
Football players are professional athletes. The Olympics are not professional athletes. These are some are, but the Olympics are meant to be a collection of just the nation's best athletes that come together, and some are team and some are individual. And I think that in scenarios like that, where you only get one shot every 4 years, if you're out of the game and you realize that you just took 4 years of training and just flushed it all down the drain and you want to take a minute to collect yourself, you go right ahead. But if you're on the Browns and you lost this week and you fumbled the football and they won because of that, and you got a game next week and your contract is $10 million for the season, get in front of the damn microphone and say you messed up. Right?
Okay, then I feel good about it. Then I feel good that I can still yell at football players who don't do that.
Because I'm making fun of Simone Biles for not finishing, but I'm doing that tongue in cheek, and you know that, because at the end of the day,
but because I know you.
She trained for 4 freaking years to have like 7 minutes under the sun. And if she's messing it up, and she's messing it up for other people that also trained for 4 years, and this is their only shot for another 4 years, take yourself out, take yourself away from the media, regroup, and let other people shine.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her. Go Simone. Yay.
But also, all you're doing is backflips. Knock it off and get out there and do a backflip. I can do a backflip.
I can do a round off.
I can literally, no, I can't do a backflip. Never mind.
No. The last time I tried, here's what adults shouldn't do. Cartwheels and slip and slides.
Oh, I second slip and slides.
Oh, man. There's a reason there's an age limit on it, like 9 to 13 or something. Don't go above that because you'll knock the wind out of yourself.
There's a reason why there's a warning on it that says if you're an adult and you do this, you could potentially be putting your life in danger. Don't slip and slide.
It literally says that on the side.
Zeke, I'm not going to do a backflip for you right now because you haven't earned that privilege. You haven't earned that right. says the disc golfer to the cornholer.
All right, you guys. All week this week, we have your Ironstone Amphitheater season passes. We have your Boys to Men tickets too.
We have those in 39 minutes.
Boys to Men in 39 minutes, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, guys.
No back bends. Oh, he jumped off too soon, Cheyenne.